So I want to do a video about topping your plants as they grow up from seedlings. I personally was probably topped as a youngster because I only ended up being 5'8". But topping your plants is really good to get them nice and bushy, get them so they're not as tall and spindly. So I want to walk you through a couple of the stages of, from pre-topping to post-topping to show you what they look like. Okay, so here we've got a few sprouts of habaneros. You can see one towards the rear seems to be doing better than the rest, even though they're all planted at the same time. But they are not ready to be topped, in my opinion. This one in the back is getting close. You can see how there's sort of a Y forming, and this stalk right here will be shooting up. So once that happens, I'll probably cut that off and top it right here so that it grows out. Here's an example of a fish pepper. Now you can see, if I can get a good angle here, how it's not really starting any branches. It's just basically shooting up top and sitting there getting ready to grow to the sky. So, as you can see, there's basically Ys in here. Can you guys see all that? So I'm actually going to top it. Some people might top it lower at the first Y. I think that's a little low. So I'm going to go ahead and top it right in here at this Y. Now I like to cut at an angle. That way the water doesn't sit on top. It kind of avoids some bacterial stuff, infections. It keeps the dirt out, so on and so forth. We don't have a whole lot of rain, but as I'm watering it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a nice little angle here and just cut the top off. Now, it seems a little drastic to cut off half the plant, but honestly, in a couple of weeks, this thing will grow to be with multiple branches and be much thicker. It'll root better, and then eventually, as it grows fatter and has more branches, you'll get more peppers. All right, here's an example of some mature bushes that got topped. As you can see, the branches stem out nice and low. The plant itself is a nice square bush there, and you can see along all of these, the branches are nice and low. Let me see if I can get you another, like this guy. Look at how low the branches are stemming out of there. There's a bunch of them, again, here. Now, you don't want branches to be on the ground because bugs and whatnot will crawl up. They get some rot in the rainy season or if you're watering too much or whatnot. But as you can really see, these guys all have nice and low branches. It makes a nice fat bush. Now, these plants back here get a lot more sun than up front, so they don't get really, really tall. It kind of stunts their growth a little bit more than it would out front. So if you had a little bit of shade, they'd be a little bit taller. But as you can see, they're definitely producing peppers. There's Cochise, and they seem really, really happy and healthy, even though we're in the midst of dry season.